Welcome to episode Aisha didn't want us to count of Grown and Opinionated. I didn't even think of a name, so I'm gonna just be Sasha this week.
Yeah, I'm just Aisha this week.
We whack. The whack attack.
Nobody gave me life this week who I wanted to be. Watching TV. Didn't get nothing from nobody.
I know, it's been like really a slow, boring week. Not enough going on.
Come on, celebrities. Drama it up.
Do something. Divorce somebody. Kill somebody. Shit.
Don't kill. That's the opinion of Sasha. Don't kill nobody. Just give me some drama. Beat somebody up or something.
Oh my God.
You gotta kill them. Did you see the what you think about Nicki Minaj pictures?
I don't know. It just looked like regular Nicki Minaj shit she does.
Yeah, but I thought at one point she was saying she was trying to change her image or something like that. Like change, not trying to be so sexy, because I think she even wanted to like take some of her butt shots out. And she didn't want it. She wanted to just tone down. So now you getting dissed all over the place, and now you want to tone it back up
and go back to sex.
Yeah, that's how I took it, because you did say you wanted to tone it down at one point, and you was trying to tone it down. That's when she was dressing a little bit differently. Now you come out with these menage a trois of yourself pictures.
Honestly, and maybe I just don't give a fuck about Nicki, but when I saw them, I'm like, this the typical shit she do. It ain't. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, and I would look at it that way if she hadn't said before she was trying to tone her image down. Mm-hmm. But now that you said that, now you come out with this. Now it's like, what? Because you're not as hot as before, because now other female rappers are coming out and hitting them charts. So now you're
saying that she gotta go back to sex because now it's competition where it wasn't competition?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't know. I was never really on the Nicki Minaj bandwagon like that.
A Barb?
No. I just didn't feel her and all that stupid talking, and I just didn't feel her, and I guess I just didn't care enough.
Did you hear the song yet? Because remember before when we was talking about it, and I said I didn't care for her verse because she switched up her style like 3 times.
The one with Migos?
Yeah.
Nope, because I don't even care enough. I only listen to Cardi B, and I like that shit. Oh, and then I like the
Yeah, I like Cardi B part. I like Migos part. I didn't like Nicki Minaj part, because you switched up flow like, yo. I don't know. I don't.
What's this album that they got now with the Migos Without Warning? That's my shit.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
With 21 Savage, it's not the whole Migos. It's Offset and Metro Boomin. That's my shit. And they got that Ric Flair. Oh yeah, that's my shit, yo. That's my shit. That. Like, you got Tidal though, right? Yeah.
Without Warning is the name of the song.
The album. It's a whole album.
Oh, it's a whole album. And you like the whole album?
Yeah, I do. I did it for my walk because I was listening, and I was like, all right. I was like, it's pretty decent. That one, and yeah, I'm all on this Apple Music. But once my free period ends, I'm going to Tidal. Sorry, Apple. I do like y'all. Y'all good and all, but I gotta get my money to the black man. Can't be dissing him. What was the other one? Oh, because I got the song, it's called Motorsport, and I be sweating Little Uzi Vert with the Neon Guts. Gucci Mane album was good. Big Crit. I listened to his. It's this one, the Motorsport.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could listen to a whole album of that type of music. It just doesn't
like
do it
trap
for me.
music.
Yeah. Oh yeah, trap music don't really do it for me like that.
But don't you think that good music? This is my thing with that, because I listen to trap music. I listen to Taylor Swift. I listen to country music. I really don't care, because if it's good music, it's good music.
True.
And I could just
it's just it's not that it's trap music. It's just that it's not good to me. All of it. So it's not the same because genre. It's trap music. I don't really care for it. No, the trap music that I heard, I could listen to some, but not like a whole album or albums. Like, I can't listen to too much of it. Like, it just all starts sounding the same, and you're not saying nothing. It's nothing there. It's no substance. It's nothing there. Like,
what album? What trap Like what?
I just like the, and then I haven't never listened to a whole trap album. I listen to like whatever songs on the radio.
So you can't. We were just talking about this last night. Let me tell you, we were talking about this last night because my co-host FPG on TV Addict, she'll say like a show is horrible or that it's the worst or make a decision about it and she only watched one. I say you really can't do that. In my opinion, you would need to watch a season. Just like you don't know if you would really enjoy or not enjoy a trap album because you're only listening to the songs on the radio. It's a whole body of work. And so each song probably won't sound that way.
But yeah, and you're probably absolutely correct because I'm assuming that they also, because it's trap music, you have a certain sound. So I'm like, okay, if your sound is going to be this because it's trap music, if I listen to a whole album, it's still going to be the same. And I'm going to get like, all right, next. Come on. Like,
I think you would have to listen to one so that way you can say, look, I listened to Future or I listened to...
Well, I had Future album. But it wasn't, it felt like all trap music to me on Future
That's what
album.
I was about to say because most of the songs on the albums are not the same because you get a variety of songs. It's like a regular album that they're putting together. The Gucci Mane one. Hold on, this one shit right here.
Well, Gucci Mane, I just didn't really care for Gucci Mane like that.
Gucci.
I don't really care for Gucci Mane like that.
Really? Swoop.
No.
What? You can't tell me nothing without me listening. I guess you would have to listen to the, in my opinion, I can't judge anything until I listen to the whole body of work. Let me not say that because you could hear one song and you're like, I want to hear everything now.
True.
Or you could hear one and it really doesn't interest you. But if you like a trap song, then you know, an artist song, because you like Migos, you like certain songs. I would think you would need to hear the whole thing and see if you like it. And this other one, my song. Let me show you. I love Little Uzi. Let me tell you. Me love Uzi. Where my song at?
It is weird.
With Pharrell? You heard this song?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, this our shit. This was my shit. I'm telling you, I love Uzi. Uzi, who the other one I like? Big Crit album was good. And I never really heard anything. But it was pretty good. It's like a deep album though. Like, deep. You're like, oh, okay. He was on Breakfast Club.
No, like when my son, he'll play albums and I'll listen to it and it'll be like, oh, okay. And then some of them, they would catch me like, oh, I like him. But then some of them be like, what the heck are they talking about? And that was the next song. What the heck are they talking about? What the heck are they talking about? What the heck are they
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Huh?
But
I don't know. Alright, so what I wanted to get into was discrimination and prejudging people based on looks.
Okay.
So we were talking about it because yesterday I met a guy and he had tattoos. A lot of tattoos had tattoos on his face. So he was like, you know, people discriminate against me. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking and I said, well, why? Because he wasn't black or anything. And I'm like, well, why? And he's like, because of the tattoos. And it didn't even cross my mind that somebody would treat him differently because of tattoos. And he had them on his face. He had them on his hairline. I'm literally looking at his face like, well, why are people discriminating against you? And so when...
Yeah, why wouldn't you think that? Because of the tattoos. People do judge you and say, oh, he got all these tattoos on his face. Like, what's wrong with him? Is he a thug? Is he crazy? Is he... But I would look at... It depends on... I won't just look at just your tattoos. It depends on, like, what do you do? Like, sometimes I would assume if you had tattoos all over your face and everything and you're not on probation or you're not incarcerated, I would assume you were a tattoo artist.
So that's what, well, and he just happened to be, that's what
and that's what I would assume.
But I was like...
Because certain work you wouldn't be able to do because they don't take... Like, just like with a UPS driver. They have to be clean shaven. So I can't see a UPS work company hiring him with all these tattoos over his face. And they want their people even with just clean shaven.
But so then that's what we were talking about. I was like, because before there was an issue with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And that they tried to say, like, you can't have dreadlocks, you gotta cut them, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And they actually, someone sued and they said you can't discriminate and you can't do that. You can't tell them about their hair. Then the co-host for TV Act, she was saying that it was a case too with natural hair. I didn't know about the natural hair, but she's saying it was a case with that too, with natural hair. Mm-hmm. So now that's another thing that they can't tell you. You can't, like, I'm natural, but sometimes it's curly, sometimes it's straight. They can't tell you can't wear your hair like that. You need to have it straight. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I said, well, someone would have to actually test that because they would need someone to actually say, look, I'm not hiring you or I'm not doing something for you because of these tattoos on your face, so that they could sue and see if it would be protected, that, you can't discriminate. To me, honestly, and this what when we were having the conversation and they couldn't believe it, because I'm like, what does tattoos on your face have to do with the person you are? Like, how do I know who you are?
That, exactly. You have to get to know that person to find out who they are. Like,
and it was two other people, and they were like, one was like, I just assume you got mental problems if you're not in a gang or something, because why would you put tattoos on your face? And I'm like, maybe you just like them. I don't know. Like, I don't think that way. And then the co-host, TV Act, she was like, well, you're 1 in a billion because everybody else judges people with tattoos on their face. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, real? Because honestly, when he said it, I just was sitting there looking at him like, well, how could they be discriminating against you? And they all over his face and everything. And I'm like, well, how?
No, I would have assumed. I would have knew what he was talking about when he said, "Oh, they discriminate." I was like, my first thing would have been like, "Oh, because you got the tattoos on your face."
And it never even crossed my mind. I promise you, it just never crossed my mind.
Yeah, no.
It just was like, well, what's the big deal? I don't know. So then we got to this whole discussion about judging and what's the name. So she was like, fat pretty girl by the name, you could tell. Mm-hmm. She was like, so if you, like, you could see me, somebody see me, or you see me, and you say, well, she doesn't work out. And I'm like, well, because that shit true. Like, that's true. You cannot work out and be fat.
Correct.
You could be big, but you couldn't be fat, right?
Correct.
When we were having a conversation, and then she said, well, I go to the gym 6 times. I said, maybe you're standing around and looking at people, but you cannot be working. My point was that, my point was this, is that there's a difference between prejudging and making, and discriminating and saying somebody with tattoos on their face got mental issues or they're a bad person, versus me looking at a fat person and saying, you don't work out. I mean, this is clear. That's a difference.
And I would take that as being a fact until you prove me wrong, until you show me videos of you in the gym working out. I'm going to say this is a fact because you're fat and you're sitting here telling me you go to the gym, and I'm like, nah, you walk in the gym, but it's a difference between going to the gym and working out in the gym.
So so we were having a conversation. Somebody else was here too, and they were saying, and they were trying to say, well, you're also discriminating and prejudging somebody. I said, no, that's different than what you're saying about somebody with tattoos on their face. Mm-hmm. I'm not judging who you are as a person. Yeah. I'm just saying you don't fucking work out. That has nothing to go to you. And then we started talking about clothes, because she said, well, if you had an interview, you wouldn't come with a deep cut shirt to show your boobs. You would look this way. You would do that. I said, yeah, but even if I came with that, why would the person judge me based on my clothing? That doesn't make me. Mm-hmm. Just the way you dress does not mean the person you are. I'm Correct. Like, how do people... And they both concluded that I was the only person that thought this way. They were like, you are the only person who do not judge people based on the way they look and the way... You're the only one. I'm like, yeah, because how could you know a person by the way...
You're correct. And I would say I don't judge everybody, but sometimes it will cross my mind. Like, if I see somebody with a whole bunch of tattoos, a lot of different things will go through my mind. Is he a tattoo artist? Is he crazy? Or
really?
Yes, it would. It would. But I won't say or make that determination that yeah, he's mental, or yeah, he's this, until I get to know that person. Yes, I will assume like different scenarios that he could possibly be, but I would never make that and say, no, he's definitely mental. I would never do that. I would say, I wonder what's his story. Like, is he a tattoo artist? Is he in a gang? Is he mental or something like that? But I would never just directly pinpoint him to one of those.
I know, and I was just trying to think of an example because, like, when I see the girls with the stripper bodies, and even then, I don't assume they're a stripper. I just say they got a stripper body. So when you see them with the really, really thin waist, the big, big, big ass, the big, big, big boobs, and you see them in regular day.
No, I just sum them up as insecure. Honestly,
I don't even think that.
I do, because it's like you didn't like your body. That's why you made the enhancements.
But do you have to be insecure to not like your body?
No, you don't have to always be insecure to not like your body.
I'm gonna say, because I ain't loving this shit. This shit is whack.
Yeah, but you're insecure about certain parts.
Oh yeah, I don't like it.
So the bottom line is you are insecure about something, some part of your body, because you don't like it. So you like, and you probably just like, oh my God, I hate my stomach. Then you try to hide it a lot of times. You're insecure about your stomach, right? So it's not like you're insecure wholly about your body, but you may not like, you like, my butt is too flat. I need some enhancement. It may not be that you're insecure about your butt.
You just look and say my butt too flat.
Yeah, it's just too flat.
I think that's where I guess that's where the difference is. Like, I don't like my body. I'm fat. Like, I'm out of shape. I'm fat. I don't know. Maybe if I had money, would I do plastic surgery? Probably I would give myself a year to try to work it out before I did that, because you know it's serious and you got kids and stuff. But I'm not insecure. I just don't like being fat. Like, the shit whack. I mean, you gotta make sure your gut ain't hanging out when you got on a shirt.
For surgeries, like, I wouldn't say, like, I have insecurities about some parts of my body, like my arms. I have insecurities about my arms. I hate them. They too big, and I just feel like people just look directly at my arms. Like,
let me see those arms, girl.
Yeah, that's just my insecurity about one part of my body. Like, do I like my whole body? Heck no. Fat and shapeless. Like, I don't like my whole body, but I'm not insecure about my whole body. I'm only insecure about my arms. Why? I'm not even insecure about my big gut. Like, it's just my arm, because they're too big for me, and I just feel like they're just attention. Like, because they so big. Like, I just hate them.
Maybe I'll be thinking like, damn, this bitch will punch the shit out of herself. I don't know. Like, why would you be thinking?
I don't know. I do. But that's just my insecurity about one part of my body. Now, would I ever do plastic surgery to enhance something? No, I wouldn't. Would I ever do plastic surgery to take away something? Heck yeah.
Well, I guess that part we have to be clear. Like, plastic surgery is plastic surgery. I guess that some people, I know it's different level, and some people draw the line at the face. Like, if you go to change your face and the way you look, then that's where they draw the line. But if you change your body, like your boobs are small, so you get breast implant, or your gut big, so you get lipo, or you do, they're like, okay, that's okay, because that's a body thing. But the face is like where most people draw the line. Because you don't want to go Little Kim style where you can't recognize yourself in the mirror. But I don't know. I guess that's the thing. So maybe she was right. I didn't.
Yeah, no, you do. I don't know. I can't think for you. I'm not in your head. You're saying that you don't do that. But I just can't see majority of people not thinking something when they see certain people. Like, you're thinking something. You're thinking something. Like,
I'm trying to think what I'll be thinking.
It's just something. Like, if I see clients with a whole bunch of tattoos, but it's kind of different for me for the field that I'm in. Like, I don't have to judge you. I see. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So if you saw them out, you would think they were criminals because they had a whole bunch of tattoos?
Criminals? No. Tattoos don't. Tattoos and being a criminal don't relate to me. That don't go together to me. Okay. It don't always have to go to be just because you got tattoos, you're a criminal. No, I don't see that. I don't see that. I see gang.
Really?
Yeah, because it depends on the type of tattoos too. So I'm looking at your tattoos.
Oh, like if they had that barcode one that used to be at the
teardrops back in the day and something like that, or you got your gang symbol or something like. I'ma think gang.
Wait, if they got Crip across their forehead, you like, oh, I don't think you're in a gang.
Like, no, it won't be a Crip, but it probably be like 2 C's back to back or something like that.
And wait, my dumb ass would have been thinking Chanel, like.
A grown man in Chanel. Okay.
Well, what's her name had Gucci signs on his face? So why would maybe I'm just dumb.
But no, I would think depending on the tattoos, I would think gang. The first thing literally I really truly think is tattoo artist, especially if you got sleeves, it's like you're a billboard for you. Mm-hmm. So my first thing is tattoo artist, like, because you're not getting many jobs in other places unless you're a business owner. You're a business owner, you can look however you want to look. It's your business.
And I thought so. That was another part of it, but I honestly, and I guess I'm gonna try again. When I see somebody, I'm gonna really focus in to say, "What are you thinking? What are you thinking?" Because when I see them, I tell you,
you can't focus. It's just like you just see them, or if you're paying attention, because sometimes you probably be that one. You're just not paying attention to who walking by you, which you should, because you should be aware of your surroundings. So you need to be paying attention on who's walking by you.
I see them, like, even when I go into downtown, and sometimes you go in a restaurant, and the guy have a whole sleeve of tattoos, and I don't think anything, either they nice tattoos or they not, you know? But I don't...
I'm not saying... It depends the type of tattoos. You see, it's like... If I see
that part I say I must be dumb, because I remember my one of my ex coworkers, and I was like, what the hell are they getting barcodes for, so you can scan them? And she was like, oh no, it's a gang tat to do, and she was explaining it to me. I said, so maybe I'm dumb that I don't notice that.
Yeah, I think it's like the type of tattoo. So if I see somebody with sleeves and it's like a skull,
koi fish and
spit, yeah, I'm thinking, oh, he like tattoos. That's what I'm thinking. But if I see like money over bees and all those type of tattoos, like I'm thinking like he in the streets because you like the money over bees. Like it's like MOB. Like I would think street when I see that type of tattoo.
So maybe
I would think he's in the street. He's probably maybe in the gang. I won't say that just because I see MOB. But like, and then people they name their gangs. So you got a name of your gang, or you in the gang. If I see Grape Street, you in the gang.
So I guess that maybe she was right that I'm the only person that don't think like that, because honestly, if I saw somebody with money over bitches, I'd be like, yeah, that's the way to think. Like, I would not be like,
remove yourself from your earlier days.
I mean, like, fuck these hoes, like, worlds before hoes.
And it's like nice and black, so it's kind of fairly new. And this man look like he like 25, 30. Yeah, no, he's in the streets. I'm not gonna say the gangs, but he's definitely in that street life. He could be a drug dealer, but he's definitely in that street life.
But what if he's just a person who works at the local Walmart overnight and just got a tattoo that he saw somebody else getting or wanted to be cool?
Not that type. To me, it's just my opinion. It just depends on the type of tattoos you have.
Oh my God. And my daughter, she was saying so I had proposed it to her too, because I honestly, I was shocked that the two people I was talking to had that opinion. I was shocked because I'm like, people really prejudge and discriminate against people. And so I told my daughter, and she was like,
but how do you not think that in this day and world?
Well, I guess on the tattoo part of it, I didn't think so, because it's so universal. Anybody can have tattoos.
Yeah.
It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing.
Correct.
Anybody can have it. So I'm like...
It's just like anybody could be in a gang. It's not a black or white thing. Anybody could be in a gang. Chinese. You got the Latin king. Like, that's not...
So I guess the only thing that I do it on is like small Hispanic men. I never let them, like, if I'm in a car or something and I just move out their way and do whatever, because I'm scared that they'll have an accident with me or they'll hurt me and then they go back to their country. Those are the only ones I do it with, I guess.
And you don't like Asian drivers?
No, not that I don't like them. They just can't drive. That's a fact.
It's not a fact.
Just like fat people don't work out, Asian people cannot drive. That is a fucking fact. Indian, Korean, Chinese. But I don't know. I was really, 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 really shocked. And I equated it to, I was like, that's like if I never met you and somebody told me, oh, she this, she that, she ain't a nice person, she this and that. How could I judge you based on what she's saying?
Now,
I don't know you.
I don't do. And that I hate. I don't like that. That's like especially when you start a new job and you always know when you say somebody's training you and they're going to just tell you, oh, look out for this person this, this person that. I don't listen to that. Let me find out for myself. So if somebody's going to cross me, let me find out.
See, I'm not going to do the same thing with the tattoo person.
No,
let him come to you and say, I'm in the gang.
No, your tattoos are telling me that tattoo that say Great Street Gay. Tell me you.
Well, now if somebody had that, that's different. Now if somebody had the actual like gang on, like that's why I say if they got blood or creep across their forehead, I ain't gonna be like, oh, what do you do for a living? Like, I mean, come on, like that would be obvious. But I'm just saying, like,
and then sometimes I would act like this is a true story. I was talking to somebody that had like a teardrop tattoo. He could have been lying, but I take people for their word. Like, if that's what you say, then until I can prove differently, I'm going to believe that. So he had like a teardrop. So I asked him. I did not judge. I did not assume. I said, why do you have that teardrop? It was like, oh, it's from a family member. It's like, I'm crying a tear for them.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. Now, if I wanted to assume, like back in the day that you saw on TV and all that. And,
what was that movie? Deuce Deuce?
Yeah. That's how you do that when you get your first kill, on your kills, right? Your murders. So, I didn't judge him. I just asked him. It was sometimes simply you could just ask somebody.
The person. I would think that would be different because I honestly, I'm trying to think other than the short Hispanic man or people that I judge like that.
So this guy that you was talking to, what type of tattoos he had on his face?
Words, pictures, it was a lot. It wasn't even like one. It was a few of them. It was like one on the hairline. I like those on the hairline. I do. And then it was like words on this side under the eye, words around here, some around the eyebrow.
What type of words?
I couldn't really read them. I didn't have no glasses, so I could just see the letters. Okay. I didn't read them though. So, but I did. Honestly, it didn't even do anything.
See, I would be more focused on what it says. Like, what type of tattoos are they? Okay, love, peace, my grandma, my uncle. Okay.
I didn't think, because I guess, honestly, I just didn't think, like, to me, it just wouldn't change my opinion of anything. Mm-hmm. I didn't read them only because I ain't had a glass, because I'm nosy. I would have read them. But it just wouldn't change my opinion because I don't know. It just doesn't matter. That doesn't matter about who you are.
Correct.
And I don't know. I just can't judge.
What you're saying is correct, but do people do it? Yes. To believe that people don't, that's big. It's just.
I guess that was my issue, is that I didn't believe that people would judge somebody simply on the way that they look to the point that you would treat them differently. I didn't really think that would happen.
I think
it just seems so stupid.
When you say judge people on the way that they look and treat them according to the way they look, I don't think just because we're talking about tattoos, I don't think with tattoos is really wrong to me. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, to tattoos. But anything else, I think that's just like totally wrong because you got natural hair. What I'm gonna think about you? You got natural hair. You ain't feel like getting a perm. Like you don't want to get a perm. You don't want the chemical.
But see, even that to say like, oh, you didn't feel like getting a perm or something like that. Like that may not be the reason. It may just be like I like the look.
Yeah, you like you like the look, but I won't treat you differently because of that.
Well, so I guess that goes hand in. I guess that's the two parts of it. One part is that you prejudge them and think a certain way based on their appearance. Mm-hmm. The second part would be that you treat them differently. So you could definitely prejudge them, which I mean, of course, we had that talk too, right and wrong because of Eckhart Tolle, whatever. But you could prejudge them, but once you start treating them differently based on your preconceived. That's a problem.
Yeah, but no, even with somebody with tattoos, even if I prejudge them, I'm still not going to treat you differently. Because I don't know you. I'm not going to treat you differently because I don't know you. Why would I treat you a certain way because you had these tattoos? So I may prejudge you. I may say, oh, he probably was in jail. He probably in jail. But I'm not going to treat you differently.
So if you had a business and I come and I'm tatted up and I got them on my face and everything, I gave you you saw my resume and everything. You brought me in for an interview because of that.
Before I see. No, I won't. And I would still sit there and give you that same interview like I gave somebody else.
And now I'll pass the interview with flying colors. Am I getting the job?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Honestly. That's my honest truth. No, I still, because like you're saying, it doesn't make who you are. I may have prejudged you. And then when I see that, when I look at you, and you know I can't control these eyes when I'm looking, I probably will look at you funny. But I won't stop what I'm doing and give you a chance.
That's what, I guess that was the other part of it, is that, and the other two people say, oh yeah, I am going to treat you differently because of that. Because why would you do that to yourself? Why would you have to? That's how I felt.
It's your body, it's your right. If you want to do that to your face, if you want to make yourself, I don't like it. I think it's ugly. I do.
All of them?
When you have a whole bunch on your face, yes, I do.
So which ones on your face would be nice?
On your face? Back here.
That ain't your
face. It's part of your head. So back here. But on your face?
See, and I like the ones around the eyebrows and the hairline. I love those tattoos.
You'll love one of the people I know.
I do. I love those tattoos.
I don't.
Do my son got one around? I know he got one
like
by his
this
ear.
One, like right here, I could go with that one.
Like, he got one right here.
Like your hairline and it curves with your hairline. I could go with that one.
He has that.
I could go with that one. But when you start putting in the middle of your forehead, on your cheek, nah, I'm not.
My daughter, she was of that opinion. She said that Fetty Wap, apparently he has them around his hairline on the top.
Yeah.
And she said if I saw those, she said that wouldn't matter. Yeah. She said if I had a business, I wouldn't care if you had that. She said, but in the middle of your forehead, I can't hire you. And I'm like,
I would still hire you. And because if you get the job done and you was the best person for this
what difference
job,
does that make? That's what I
that's
said.
you, and that's you that's gonna have to probably go through the looks and stares of these people because they're gonna prejudge you the same way I did when I first seen your tattoos. They're gonna prejudge you and think something of you until you probably service them correctly, professionally, and everything. Then they're gonna.
But that's just like the thing is, I guess then my part with that, and then we get into the clothing part of it. But my part with that is just like, as a black woman, people would prejudge us and assume like, oh, you're going to be angry, or you're going to be ghetto, or you're going to be this. And I know I don't want anybody judging me before I even open my fucking mouth to ask who I'm going to be. So I wouldn't do that to somebody else because I don't know. Like, they automatically, let me tell you, certain people think that black women are ghetto, loud, this and that, and we get prejudged. Because I remember one time I found somebody's wallet in a parking lot, and I called the bank on a debit card and say, listen, I found this wallet. It's a Friday. I don't want to put it in the mailbox because, you know, people get paid and they won't have it. If you could call your customer and I'll meet them and give them back their wallet. And so they did it. They actually called them and told them, and I told him where he could meet me at and everything. And he was like, oh my God, and you're black.
He said that?
Yeah.
See, it's one thing to think it. It's just another thing to say it. So yeah, you can prejudge me all you want. Just don't tell it to me. Then we got a problem.
Well, I was like, and again, I'm really ignorant on a lot of things, I guess, because I'm like, well, what me being black got to do with returning the wallet? Like, I didn't put it together because I'm like, what the fuck difference in me? And then later, I'm like, oh, that he was surprised that a black woman would return. And I'm like,
not just a black woman, a black person
would return the wallet. And I was like, oh, that wasn't right. But
I should have thrown it in the garbage.
I was like, yeah, but why would that even cross your mind?
Yeah, but you don't know what people are thinking. It's when they say it and when they act on it. So even if you're saying, like, people say, oh, black people, you don't want nobody to prejudge you before you even open your mouth, they could think whatever they want, but just don't act on it and then don't tell me. Then that's a whole different situation because I don't know what anybody's thinking. You don't know who's prejudging you. A lot of people are probably prejudging you. Yeah, but keep it to yourself.
But that's why,
in the same way I would do. If I prejudge somebody with tattoos, I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Well, I guess that's what my point was. That's why I don't do it to other people, because I don't want nobody doing that shit to me and making and people have made judgments, or somebody flat out straight up was like, "How old were you when you had your kids?" I'm like, "Damn, you ain't holding back." I don't understand what that had to do with anything, because we're clearly in the same positions and everything like that. But I'm like, why does that matter about anything? Like, what difference does that make? So, because I had my kids when I was a teenager, what? I'm like,
but what? How did they say it? Did they say it negatively, or were they just asking, like, "Oh, you still look young. How old were you when you had your children?"
It was just like they were just looking at the kids, asking and like talking, and then I guess they just couldn't hold it in anymore. Like, how old were you when you had these kids? Like, they just couldn't hold it in anymore because that was burning. And I guess it was like burning in them to say, like, you look too young to have these kids, so you must have had them when you were younger. And I don't want to assume anymore. I want to know when.
Yeah, I wouldn't take offense to something like that.
But my thing was, it's none of your business. Well, my part was, it was none of your business. And what difference did it make? Now, some people ask me, and it's a story. I mean, I guess it's something to be said that, you know, I had them when I was this, and what typically people think I should be.
Correct.
I had one person tell me, like, "Oh, you had every right to be a loser in your life, and nobody would have gave you any problems." And and then I understood their part. Like, point they were trying to make is that if I was mediocre or I didn't succeed in life, people would say, "Oh, well, you know, she had 2 kids when she was young and she did the best she could do." But then when you succeed, you know, he was saying, like, you could have just not did this and nobody would have, what's the name? But it's more about yourself or whatever. But some people, I don't know. I guess that's my thing. Then we got into the way people dress. I was like, they were going on about the jeans and the shirts and this and that. I said, but now with Facebook, Instagram, all of them, that they are literally wearing hoodies, jeans, sneakers, like all of that other shit is out. All of these suits and ties and all of that bullshit is out. It's like,
a time and a place for everything, I think.
Nobody cares. Like, so I was saying, like, if I had, like, if you had a job, it depends on the job too. I see why. Now, I gotta be honest. I do see why they put certain requirements on dressing, because motherfuckers dumb. So if you say, listen, I don't care what you wear, I don't care what you wear, just look decent. I don't care. A motherfucker come in with pajama pants and a t-shirt and feel like, well, I think it looks decent. So
exactly.
You gotta,
that's why you have to put that dress
code.
You have because
to.
Your opinion of decent may not be the professional world of decent. You see
well, no, see, like, I didn't want to go into the professional world. I was just saying, like,
but if you're working in a professional environment, you should always be neat. That it goes with professional.
But neat, I guess, neat and professional would be because and the other people that we had the discussion with, that jeans wouldn't be professional according to them. And to me, jeans wouldn't make a difference.
There are jeans that can be dressed up. It's when you wear jeans that have rips and holes in it.
Like I got on now.
Yeah, it's those jeans that shouldn't be in the office. Now, if you had on a pair of dark colored plain jeans and you wore it with a blazer, what's wrong with that?
So I guess that and that's why I say I do understand the requirement with dress clothes, but I didn't agree as far as jeans being unprofessional, and that if someone showed up with jeans that I would be like, I would judge them automatically. Even if I was interviewing somebody and they came, as long as it wasn't the ones with the rips and they didn't look like they came fresh from Fashion Nova or something like that.
Yes, super tight
and something like that. Like, I wouldn't care. I'll be like, okay, whatever. It wouldn't change anything for me to them. If they came in a sweatsuit or whatever, I don't think I would. I could honestly say I don't think I would judge them then. I would just say, listen, don't wear a sweatsuit to work. Period. Because the image it gives off to the clients. I don't give a fuck you got the shit on now.
But how you wearing a sweatsuit with shoes? Because you shouldn't be coming to work with sneakers. That's just
and that's another thing.
I don't agree.
So the sneaker thing, I guess once I got a certain age, to me, sneakers place to me was working out and maybe running errands. If I see somebody with sneakers outside of that, I'm like,
I don't agree with that. Now, if I'm going to a function and the function is not casual dress, if you have a function and you just like, say we're going out to eat for a restaurant, I wear sneakers to a restaurant.
And if me and you were going out to a restaurant and you came in with sneakers, I'd have been like, the fuck you came from the gym? Because it would be so weird and out of place. Why? And I say once I got to a certain age, I just developed this film. Mind you, I just used to wear nothing but sneakers before when I was younger. But once I got to a certain age, I felt like as a grown woman, you should not be out. And that's my opinion about it. It's nothing.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I don't think
I don't think sneakers is for the workplace. I don't think sneakers is for if I'm going
But why not the workplace then?
Because it's not like a restaurant and a workplace are two different things. If I'm going to work, I should be professional. I should have the public looking at me as if I'm a professional. So me with sneakers on, it's just not professional. But that's not to say that wearing sneakers to the restaurant means that I'm less than a person or I
didn't say you were less than a person. I'm just asking, did you come from the gym?
Yeah, but why say if I'm coming from the gym because I'm wearing sneakers to a restaurant?
Because why you don't got no shoes?
Why is there a dress code for this restaurant?
There's a dress code for you being a grown ass woman.
Okay, but is there a dress code for this restaurant?
Yeah.
It's not a dress code.
It's a dress code when me and you at it.
No, it's not a dress code for being a grown woman. There's no dress code because you said it, but
I was like, oh, she gonna let that shit go.
No, there's no dress code for being a grown woman. As long as I always look at it as if I'm clean, I'm neat, I'm not looking raggedy, my hair's not all over the place. I could wear whatever I want.
So my thing would be that, like, even with the sneakers, because remember we used to work together, and some people used to wear sneakers, and it didn't bother me until it was like the bright whites or the Blanco. That would really take it because that straight up look like I'm playing ball. I'm at the gym.
Yeah, because there's certain type of sneakers. You have basketball sneakers. You don't come up in here with no Jordans on.
Like, if you had some black Jordans, I wouldn't. If you came to work, honestly, and even if you worked for me, and you had on some black Jordans or what's her name, because of my preference about grown women wearing sneakers out to certain places, I would have a problem just based on that. However, I wouldn't have a problem on your appearance. So if you weren't a grown woman of a certain age, I wouldn't, and you came with black sneakers, I'd be like, oh, whatever. It wouldn't make a difference, but as a grown woman, I wouldn't expect you to wear them certain places.
So if somebody have a baby shower at a community center, you invited. It's a community room. I'm going to wear shoes. I'm going to dress comfortable.
You can wear Uggs.
No, I'm going to wear, it depends on my outfit. If my outfit says call for some Chucks, I'm wearing Chucks.
So that, I would be like, where did you come from? Working out?
Where am I going? I'm going to a community room.
Okay.
And I'm wearing Chucks.
5-inch stilettos.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't become, honestly, and I know that my opinion is in the minority, but it just became my opinion. Now, I do like the shiny sneakers. My sister has a pair of gold ones that I just love. Every time I see them, I wouldn't look at them like, oh, was she working out? Because they look like you don't work out. This is straight for styling.
Yeah, because you have some sneakers that are just for style.
Yeah.
But you have some sneakers that are, like I said, you have some, like, I'm not going to come in here with the sneakers I do work out in. It's just certain sneakers.
That's what I would say. And then if you have sweats on with them too, it adds to, like, were you working out?
No, the sweats adds to, you bad comfortable. Yeah,
let me tell you.
It depends on the sweats. It depends. You have some sweatsuits that are
style, but if you had on if you had on Adidas track pants, right, and you came to an event and you had your shoes on and everything, I wouldn't bat an eye and say you look like you working out because it doesn't look like you were working out.
Well, you
but if you had on a pair of regular Champion sweats and a pair of sneakers, I'm going to say,
that's
were you working out?
No,
why do you look like that?
That's different. That's different because of the type of sweats.
Mm-hmm.
But if I wear a sweatsuit that's stylish and put on some...
Like a velour? Do they still sell them?
Yeah, I won't wear velour. But it depends. I never liked velour. But I don't know. It depends on the type of sweatsuit. Like you have some... Like, I just bought my son some Lacoste sweatpants.
What the fuck is that?
Lacoste? The tiger?
Oh, Lacoste, right?
So it's called Lacoste.
I don't know.
Because
it's Lacoste.
Lacoste. I don't know. Whatever. Mm-hmm. That. But they are like plain or whatever. And you could just wear that with some flat, like, it depends on the type of sneakers. And he could get away with that without looking like he just was working out. But if you had the ones with the tight bottoms, those are like workout sweatpants.
I see. That's the thing. I honestly, that if I saw you wearing that type of, if I saw you in a sweatsuit, period, I'm like, and now if you're going to run your errand, and certain errands, we got to be clear with that. Like, you could go run to BJ's and ShopRite. But if you're going to go run to, I guess if you're going to go have a day at the mall or something to go
So I can't wait, whoa. Now you get ridiculous. You can't wear a sweatsuit to the mall? You gotta be comfortable. Oh, no.
Unless you're going to be, you 65 and retired? Like,
I'm going to walk in the mall with some shoes?
Not shoes. You don't have to, let me.
No.
If I'm being honest, I would prefer that you wear some.
I would wear this to the mall, and I look crazy.
Not to me.
No, this is
other than holding the leg.
I know. That's when I fell off the 4-wheeler. But no, I'm gonna wear mad. You
can wear jeans and
No, I would. Honestly, I prefer to wear sweats to the mall.
Why?
It's just more comfortable for me. And plus, I'm gonna be trying on things. I need something I could. If I'm going there to shop, dress. I do prefer that
because then you can slip in. Yeah, so that's nice.
Sometimes I don't like that because if I know I'm gonna do a lot of walking, my legs start rubbing, then it burns and it hurts. It's just too much.
Get the corn starch.
It's too much.
You can make biscuits while you walking.
It's too much. That's too much sometimes. But I do prefer to wear a dress, something easy to take off when you're trying on clothes. But if it has to be something other than jeans got a button, sometimes you got to pull one. No, stowed off. Like, I don't know.
Or even like how now you have on tights and a shirt. Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah, because I can always just take the shirt off and try stuff on.
But it would look, and it looks better than a sweatsuit. Sweatsuits just scream sloppy, working out, don't care. Because there's no shape, I don't know what structure. Type of
people. Some sweatsuits have shapes. Like, I don't know what sweatsuits you're looking at.
I just picture you in like an all gray sweatsuit with a hoodie and gray sweatpants
But you got something it could be gray, but it still could be stylish.
I don't see it. I just don't. And maybe
like Victoria's Secret pink makes nice stylish.
First of all, hold on now. Me and you, we too old. We cannot be walking these streets with pink on our ass or pink on our back.
No,
we cannot.
No. I don't like those kind. No, I don't like those kind. No, I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. But not to say that I can't wear a pink sweatsuit that's solid. Like, it'll just have pink maybe right here on the leg.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Pink just right here on the jacket. But no, with all that pink going across my back
and legs,
my butt, I'm just not doing, no. Well, I got a flatty. So I better not have nothing on my butt. And I'm too old to have something written across my butt.
Well, let me shut up because I still got my old ones that I wear when I go work out. I'm trying to take the kids over. But I wouldn't, so I wear it like that, but I wouldn't wear it with a purpose, with the intent, like, oh, I'm looking cute and I'm going to put on my pink sweat. I'm too old for that shit. I'm just too old. And I don't go to the mall a lot because of the reason, like, I got to get dressed. You don't have to get dressed to do my makeup. That's too much. Hair. That's too and much. I'm like,
to go shopping? That's running errands to me. That's part of running errands. I'm going shopping.
That's why I say
an errand to me.
That's why I say it's two parts where errands, like, one part errand is like if you're running to the market or you running to Rite Aid to go grab some pads or you doing something like that, whatever, you could get a pass on all of that. When you're going to the mall, that's different. To me, it is.
Not to me.
All right.
Anything to go to the mall.
I better not see you because I'm going to take your picture. I'm like,
and I'll probably pose for you. Okay. I don't care. Like, I don't care.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I guess we done spent a lot of time talking about this stuff, but we could talk about, oh my kids. I want to talk about 2 more things, definitely. So number 1, with Get Out. That it was put in the comedy, it was nominated for comedy or musical for Golden Globes. So last night we were talking about it because I have read the criteria and who submits the category.
Okay.
And it's the studio and the publicist who does it.
Okay.
So now, Key and Peele, but it's only one of them. Oh my God! And I didn't write it down.
Jordan Peele.
Okay, I was about to say I still put Key and Peele, and she just told me.
Yeah, Jordan Peele did the show.
So now he has come out and said it was me. I actually put it in the comedy section. Okay. I was the one who listed it as a comedy or whatever, and he was. So now, does that change the whole uproar about it? Because before it seemed
was his creation. So it's like, if that's how you view it, you created it. So how can we get mad at the way? Well, no, you can still get mad at him because it was about racism. And why do you feel as though your movie about racism is funny?
Well, he said he would call it a comedy thriller, but there's no category for that. So before it seemed like everybody was in an uproar because they were like, look what white people are doing to us again. They're downplaying this important movie. And yesterday I had posed a question to the co-host on TV Addict that, look, the studio or the publicist actually has to submit the category. So nobody did that to them. The studio or the publicist had to do it them. And she still was like, well, I need to know who at the studio did it, this and this and that, and whatever. So now he has come out and saying, I submitted it as a comedy. I would say, I mean, yeah, like you're saying, it's his creation and everything, but now y'all were all in an uproar, and it was all of this going on all week long about Get Out, and how could they do that to us, and it's shortchanging, and they downplaying, and then it's like, no, he did it. Now what? We gotta pick our battles as Black people. I'm sorry, we gotta start picking our fucking battles, which gonna straight lead me to Meek Mills with this fucking rally they had for him. We gotta pick our battles. We really do. So instead of focusing on having more Black movies made or having different qualities of Black movies made, we're in the uproar that it was nominated for Best Comedy. And now he's saying, I did that. So now what?
Because he could look at it. I guess it depends on...
I didn't find it to be... But I didn't find it to be
funny
at all. And I was telling the co-host on TV, I said, however, when it was marketed and they were showing the ads and everything, I said, it looked like a bad Wayans Brother movie. Like, it's supposed to... I said, I was cracking up laughing watching that.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, it was like a... what do you call that? The way they do those
the
shows.
Scary Movie.
Like, what do they call that?
A spoof.
Like a spoof. Yeah, I thought it was like going to be a spoof on Scary Movies.
That's what I thought,
too. I did, too. So, man, that's probably how he wanted to market it.
Yeah,
and so he probably wanted to market. Yeah, also, and then his whole storyline could be, this is a spoof on racism, or this is how racism exists, and we know it exists. This is how they think of us, and... I find it hilarious that they really thinking of us like that.
Wait. I thought it was good the way they thought of us in the movie because they basically said we the best.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold on, my Khaled voice. We the best.
So I guess maybe when we put ourselves in his shoes, he created it. So if we put ourselves in his shoes, maybe he did look at it as a comedy. To say like, this is funny, like, this is racism, but it's funny how the white people want to be us.
That's true.
So maybe his whole thing probably is, no, this was a comedy.
And that's something that Paul Mooney and I think Keenan Ivory Wayans, they used to do in their comedies years and years ago. Like, white people want to be us. They put the stuff in their lips to make them bigger, but they call us big lips. And they
made it our comedy, though.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what he did.
He was trying to do it. I don't know, but I thought, I was like, because I had
it's just that we didn't go in there and we only on the TSA guy.
I know, he was hilarious. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was funny, but everything else was
and the other part was funny too, when she was looking at the NBA draft, looking for somebody else. That shit was funny. That was funny.
I guess when you break it down and look at it, it was like, hey, maybe it can be a comedy. And I guess it's sad that we didn't just take that from the beginning. We had to wait till he say, no, I did it. It's a comedy.
So my part was like, all of that energy and focus and everything that was wasted on that. Mm-hmm. And everybody were making the posts and the blogs and everything that how could they're just downplaying our work. They're doing this. They're doing that. Like, we're victims again. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is that we're not victims of everything. Yeah. Some shit, the shit is fucked up. Yeah. But some of it, I mean, come on. And all of that time and energy spent on that instead of real issues that we could have been dealing with and shedding light to. Which brings me to this fuckery with Meek Mill. You know the fuck what? Y'all motherfuckers that lined up outside that fucking county jail for a fucking rally for a guilty fucking man are fucking crazy. It's so many other things y'all could have been doing. Y'all could have been giving socks to fucking homeless people. Y'all could have been doing anything. This is what we choose to spend our time on.
I didn't see Philly rallying like that when the people were murdered.
Exactly.
By the cops exactly. But y'all gonna rally for something he did.
Exactly. And then I was on Instagram not getting into it. Okay. I was kind of trolling. But so what? Because my point with this is that this is not the first or second time he violated probation. Do we forget when he was with Nicki Minaj and they came to court and he had violated? Do we forget before then when he violated? He continues to violate probation. Now, my whole point is that I think the 11 years were crazy. Yeah. I didn't think the 2 years, I'm like, all right, take that shit. Go do you. The 11 years I thought was crazy, and I'm like, take the fucking 2 years so you can stop this bullshit. But to say, oh, he's being punished too severe. What the fuck should you get after...
If you violated 3, this your third violation?
I think there's more than 3. Like, you just keep doing this shit, and... What should he get?
Instead of him fighting his 11 years of probation. That's what he should have fought.
Now that, I believe.
He should have fought that was too much.
From 19 or 18 to 30, that's too much.
Yeah, but guess what? You didn't have to get probation.
You
could have just went to jail in the beginning. Getting probation is like a gift so you could be free.
Well, and that's the thing that, so this girl was saying because Jay-Z wrote the article about how probation is a trap. No, it's a choice, motherfucker, because you always have the choice. And Jay-Z, I was liking you. You always have the choice. You can say, Yo, Anna, listen, I ain't down with this probation. Give me that jail time instead of, and let me get this over with.
Because guess what? You before that judge because of a crime you committed. So you committed a crime. Now, this was the plea they gave you. They gave you a plea to say, all right, for this crime that holds a weight of up to 5 years in prison, we're going to give you probation.
Exactly.
And you said, cool, I don't have to go to prison for up to 5 years, so I'm going to get this probation. Exactly. Now you complaining, or even Jay-Z, I didn't like that part you said it's a trap. No, that's a gift. And it's a gift to you. That's real lenient.
This might be how they call those gifts. Like, it's a gift and a curse. So for some people,
for some people,
but it's a choice. It's still a
choice. If you feel as though you can't survive on probation, you can't do it because there are rules and regulations that you have to follow.
Go in.
Didn't say no. I don't. Okay. Prime example: when people get they have a drug problem, right? And they get in court. And they have to go to jail. They got caught with all these drugs or whatever, but they have a problem. And the judge offered them and say, oh, well, you can do drug court. You know what some of them people say? Because they know they can't just stop doing drugs and they know how to be. No, I don't want drug court.
Exactly.
I can't do it. I already know that I have to get tested once a week. I know I have to see a judge once a week. I know I have to do a program 2 to 3 times a week. I know it involves so much. I don't want it. Exactly. I'm not prepared for that. So what do? They deny that and the judge sentences them to jail.
That is my point. Stop. We gotta stop trying to make ourselves victims. Meek Mill is not a fucking victim.
No,
he's
not
at all. Y'all are wasting our time, our energy. It's fucking getting cold. Y'all could be passing out things to fucking homeless people. Y'all could be joining the football guy.
Kaepernick. Exactly.
Y'all can do so many other things than this. Now, y'all could do excessive sentencing on other people, just not Meek Mills. Mm-hmm. Because when we still got people from locked up in prison from the 80s for crack, that's a problem.
Exactly.
Other things are a problem where they're clearly showing that white people are sentenced to lower sentences than black. Those are the things you fight. Fucking Meek Mill, the person who has all the resources in the world, could do whatever, and he can't fucking stay off a dirt bike. Like, come on.
And pass a drug test?
Oh, you're going to be drug tested. Nobody want to talk about that because that's what I say. I said, so we just going to act like he didn't violate his probation. And somebody said that, because I was like, on the Billboard article I read, they said they asked him, how much community service did you complete? And he said none.
So, and you were sentenced to community service and you had none?
The girl was like, oh no, they just put that out there to change your opinion about him. So if he did the community service or not. Exactly. And you are fucking rich. So the community service you could have did was you set up some type of event. You show up and pass out fucking turkeys.
No, it's not that simple.
Oh, they got to do a pre-approved one?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Because I'm about to say, I remember Chris Brown had to clean up. And Naomi Campbell had to do it, and she would wear fur.
Some of that is slap.
Oh,
that's the sheriff something program.
But
the sheriff.
So
but some of his community service where it's set up or like pre-approved sites and things.
So
like that.
You didn't even do that, and everybody wanna act like he's a fucking victim.
But guess what? You're rich. Now I'm not saying do something illegal, but you're rich. Community service is like, here you go.
Well, what's her name did? I was about to say Naomi Campbell. You remember she used to wear a gown and a fur coat to each day of her community service, and then she donated the dresses to charity. Chris Brown, like, why are we acting like we are wasting our time and energy on the wrong fucking things? Then another thing I didn't like that he did that going to tie into fucking hashtag little pussy. When this judge gave you fucking house arrest when you wanted it, when he or she kept extending your fucking probation when you wanted it, you didn't have a problem with the comments about make a song about me or why you leave Charlie Mack. You didn't have a problem when you were getting what you wanted. The minute you don't get what you want, oh, she biased against me because she made these comments. They said, can I make a song about her? And I'm like, are you serious now? That's why I tell you, motherfuckers love you until you don't give them what they want. Mm-hmm. Because when the comments, I don't think that the comments were inappropriate because I think she was joking. I believe the judges are female, right?
Yeah, they're saying it's a female.
She's I believe she was joking. I don't know who this white man they keep putting up on all these pictures, but whatever.
It's a black lady.
Yeah, but it's a white guy they have like this man is the reason. I don't know.
Maybe it's the prosecutor?
Yeah, I don't know. So my thing is that I didn't take her comments to be inappropriate because I see she was clearly joking. However, if at that time you found her comments to be inappropriate, you could have reported them then. Mm-hmm. Right as soon as she made them. But you didn't. You know why? Because you were getting what you wanted. Now you don't get what you want. After violating, remember, this isn't like she came to your house and said, you know what, I'm tired of you. Come back to court. After you did something to bring yourself back in front of that court and you didn't get the result you wanted, now it's like, oh, let's report her for these comments. I hate that shit.
That's the fucking part little pussy I don't like is that you were before her for something you did. Your probation officer didn't just say, let me just violate him. He has to violate you based off of facts. Mm-hmm. That's it. He can only write facts in his report. Mm-hmm. So, and then guess what? You could have had a hearing so they could prove these facts. Mm-hmm. And how would they prove these facts? Get the test results of your drug test. Simple. Get the police report that you were arrested. agree. If it was dismissed, okay. But if you have other specifications on your violation report, okay, we'll dismiss that one specification that you had a new arrest because it was dismissed. However, you got 2 or 3 more.
But I think that
we have to hear that.
And another issue with that is that it's one thing if you just got this one arrest and that's just it. And then it was dismissed. Mm-hmm. But you got all these other things. And then, wait, hold on. Just because a case was dismissed doesn't mean you were found not guilty. Because the video clearly exists of you breaking the fucking law. What do we do? Yeah. Are you above the fucking law now because you Meek Mills?
Yeah, JC, I need all y'all that's rallying, all y'all celebrities that's rallying for this, Meek Mills, Kevin Hart, all y'all need to listen to this and understand why he was sentenced to what he was sentenced to. And then y'all thinking because, he was just on probation, he shouldn't get that time. No, homies. It goes back to his original charge.
Which I believe was a gun or something, right?
Yeah, so you basically get re-sentenced because you was given probation. Let's see how you do on probation. Let's see if you successfully complete probation. If you successfully complete probation, okay, you finish with this charge. However, if you violate anything within that probation, what was his original charge? We got to re-sentence him.
Exactly. And there's people who would love the probation. The girl was on Instagram like, you have to think he's been watched his whole entire life. Who could say they weren't? But you don't have, and I was like, but you never been arrested. You don't have any criminal charges. So what the fuck? Like, listen, listen, let me tell y'all. Now, I don't love to argue, but I do love to debate with some good facts when we could get into it.
When I know what I'm talking about, bring it on.
I was about to say we could debate. But, I mean, come on now. Y'all cannot make excuses. This is how we don't get ahead. Trust me, there's somebody that you probably know right now that would be crying for that probation. Would love to have that probation. Would show up every week for that fucking probation. Would do, I can make
probation. Probation challenge.
I take a drug test for that probation. I show up every week for that probation.
I sought my mama out the way to go to probation.
I work at Mickey D's for that probation.
Community service, I pick a tribe for that probation.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You so stupid.
That's why we can't be taken serious. We never get on CNN. We never get on CNN. But you get the point was made. Damn it.
Yeah, y'all, this is like, I don't totally agree with these people fighting for Meek Mills. Like, it's nothing to fight. He did it.
Wait, no, I'm fighting. Hold on. I'm fighting for him. I want you in. Go. You do that 2 years. Hold it down.
No, fighting for his sentence. Like.
Oh, yeah, I'm fighting for that sentence too. 2 years. Go do it. You can do it.
I just don't get it. I don't see why y'all making a big fuss over this, that he was unjustly. What? It was unjust. How?
When he did it. I'm support. So I guess then, instead of trying to fight and say that he was some type of victim to a system to this or that, let's support him. Mm-hmm. Go do your time, Meek Mills. We're going to support you. We're going to still play your records. We're going to support you. And your 2 year,
2 to 4 years.
I know that. I guess the 2 to 4 is what I would have a problem with. Get a man 2 years. Let him do 2 years and get out. He cannot come back with more parole or probation. Yeah. We gotta stop this.
Yeah, he don't need probation again. Serve your time on your charge that you committed. Me, you did it. Whatever your name is, you committed that charge. Nobody else. This judge didn't commit this charge. You committed that charge. So you have
lock
to
in, do your time. Make an album. You could write a book. You could do so many things. Now, I want to support him. That's what I want to do for Meek Mills.
And then they only saying this because this is what they see. But if y'all will pull other people cases that may have violated probation and what they were sentenced to, you would see this really not unjust.
Let me tell you though one thing, and
you can pull a white person's And you will see that they were on probation. They probably violated. Let's say they violated one time. They may have been sentenced to 3 years state prison.
But let me tell you something about that, and that's one of the reasons why I really love you, friend. A lot of people are scared to have opinions. Not even scared. They don't even have opinions. They look at the internet and they just regurgitate what the internet says. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, what do you feel about it? What's really your opinion on it? You're supporting Jay-Z's opinion, but is that your opinion? No. And they don't know. They just look at the internet and they're like, okay, whatever Jay-Z says is what I say.
And then they keep reading what everybody's saying, and everybody in agreement on the internet with this. But no, I don't agree with none of that internet because I agree with the judge.
Because if you, that's my whole point, is like, if you inquire more with them, they really don't have anything to say or support what they claim their opinion is or what their belief is. It's just that they see it and they're like, okay, I'm going along with this. So my thing is that if you are of that opinion, that's fine. Rick Ross and of course, they have a vested interest in having Meek Mills out. Yeah. You make money for us. Mm-hmm. So his opinion may not be like, hey, this was too much. It may be like, hey, this might be 2 years of money stopping. So,
yeah, but if you know that, you would have made sure he did what he had to do.
No, now that I disagree. You cannot make another person.
You can't make them, but as a friend, I can give you my advice.
Oh yeah, you could give it to them.
I could give you that advice and just say, yo, if you do this, this what could happen.
And they can still do it.
Yeah, you're right. That's with anybody. That's even with your children. That's even with your children.
You just can't.
But me as a friend, I'm going to keep letting you know, and I probably be riding you. I probably get aggravated, but I'm going to keep letting you know, yo, dog, you shouldn't do that. I'm not going to tell you can't because you're right. You're a grown man.
You're a grown man.
That. But you shouldn't do that because if you do that, you get caught, this could happen.
And I'm sure where you at. I'm sure somebody probably said like this and this and that.
I hope
I'm sure people were saying that. And then, I mean, like even Jay-Z, and he had said before, I think it was in one of his songs, and he like, I put him in a truck and told him like, this going to happen. And then the guy still goes to prison. It's only so much you could do. You have to understand that. And let me tell you, I'm not perfect because I'm trying to work on that now to let that shit go. Like, I cannot control other people. I can't make them do what I want them to do. My only issue now is that I don't want to have to suffer the consequences or be responsible for your actions because I can't control you. Mm-hmm. So I am really fighting hard with that. And I had to tell, my son, I had to tell him at one point, like, listen, fuck that. Leave me alone. Because I could tell you what to do all day. You're going to do what you want. But then when it doesn't work, you want to come back to me. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, yeah, that part I don't agree. Yeah. But I'm sure that they kind of try to tell him, like, listen, you need to slow down. You need to do this. But yeah, we got to stop making ourselves victims. Nobody's ever is going to take us seriously if these are the issues we fight for. Mm-hmm. And then even with that, the NFL, I know I didn't realize that it was a whole thing going on with the NFL with now Kaepernick was saying that his position, he was taking a knee because of injustice. Mm-hmm. And that now the new players are only taking a knee to say fuck Donald Trump because he said that they couldn't take the knee.
I don't think that's totally true because I think he said that when they was taking a knee. So they was doing a knee before he said that. That's why he said it, because they was taking a knee. It's just that they continue to do it because he said it. But I don't think that's why some of the new people originally did it, because he didn't say it yet.
Oh, right? Okay. I thought he was saying, so I don't know. I was listening to somebody because I was like, I honestly, I thought that they were all taking a knee to support the fact that
that's what I thought.
I thought it was still for that, and then someone said,
and because he was basically not being hired by nobody, like they blackballed him. I thought it was all in that connection
with that, but apparently
with Kaepernick.
No, and that's what I think I saw it on the Breakfast Club with these Cromarties, the guy with 15 kids, and all of that, because now he's no longer on a team, and he's saying like he basically got blackballed. And they were talking about Kaepernick's movement. And now Kaepernick is, which I want to read up on this because this is going to be great. Kaepernick is suing the NFL. And basically because they blackballed him for exercising his right of free speech, you could do what you want. So, but they're saying he has to prove collusion, that all of the teams got together and say we're not going to hire him because of this and blackballed him. So I really want to follow up with that, but I didn't know it was. I just assumed. Again, I'm still boycotting the NFL because I never watch it, but I'm boycotting these fuckers. And I was curious, like, is this still going on? Like, what's going on with it? So that's the only reason why I was even like checking for it, because I was like, well, what's going on with this? Or
I don't read about it, and then I don't watch the beginning of football games to see whether or not they taking a knee. Because I'm just not watching the national anthem part.
Oh, okay.
I'm not watching.
But yeah, we gotta focus our energy on.
Let you kick that ball, then I'll watch. Like, I'm not watching that beginning part. Like, you sing the national anthem.
We gotta work better. And then I was watching. I was listening last night to Safari with the Breakfast Club. They did that donate for change.
Yeah,
and it was for.
It seemed like they made a lot of money.
They keep saying 700, and I'm like, wait, if Diddy did 100, Khaled did 51. Which Will.i.am did 50. Then somebody else did. I'm like,
and then I think Kevin Hart just did 50.
I'm like, why you only got 700? That math don't look like it would be adding up. But I guess that's what, 200-300.
But when did they say it was 700? Was it before some of these people? Because some of these people was just donating. They didn't do it during the change thing.
Oh,
during their radiothon.
Which I thought that was so dope, because do you remember that from back in the days when they used to do it? I was like, oh man, I wish I could have listened to more of it, because it made me think of that, like back in the days when they used to do it, and stay on for a long time.
I actually used to watch some of them. You be on the phones, you be on the TV, and they be on the phones, because I think sometimes it used to be, that's back when I was real young, but it was like the Muppets. And sometimes the Muppets will be up there answering the phone. So yeah,
old school. It really, I really like that. But they would donate into that, and they had dumbass Safari on there, and he was like, "Well, where my money going? I need to know where my money going, because what are y'all doing with it?" And he was like, "I'm about to start a foundation there for myself, so y'all can." And it was like, "Can y'all get him out of here?" This is why we losing, because if you start having idiots like this start thinking like and speaking like this, because I guess that people really don't appreciate that there are other people listening to you, and what you say, they are taking it and making it their own.
Because I think Charlamagne had responded to somebody on Instagram. I didn't read the person's comment. I just read Charlamagne's, and he said like, well, you're ignorant. He was like, if you would read up on who these people are and what they are doing, then you would know that this money 100% goes to them. Mm-hmm. Like, this is nothing like we're just collecting this money and some of it, because I can understand some people feeling that way, because when you've been burned other times, like when other charities or whatever, or nonprofit organizations burn people, you get skeptical. Well, I would, but like Charlamagne said, read up on it and find out
before you donate the money. Yeah, I think that what happened is because I didn't know. Did you before? Donate? No, I ain't donate to that. Okay. Not like that, but I just didn't do it. Charities start at home. But what I didn't know before was that the charities, I had read an article, I believe it was either Time or Mary Claire, and they did it on the breast cancer thing, because they were like the $1 billion breast cancer charity industry, and they were showing, because it gets pink crazy, and they were saying that so most of these agencies or whatever, that you could donate as little as, I think it was like 1 or 2%, and you could use the pink trademark, and you could say for breast cancer. So, exactly. So, you're walking around buying this pink stuff thinking that you're actually donating to breast cancer.
Take 1 to 2%.
And then, exactly. Then a lot of these charities, they'll have like their operating costs, this and that. And where by the time it windows down, like say if they have $100,000, only maybe 1,000 or 500 really ends up going to the charity. That not-for-profit, these nonprofits and not-for-profit, that's just for like tax purpose. People make money.
Yeah, so you gotta pay your staff
and all of this other stuff. So then the money isn't getting right into the hands. And I think that's one of Charlamagne things, because I know he supports this guy out in Detroit, Trick, one of them. Mm-hmm. And he always like, I donate my money to him, because every dollar you give to him, he makes sure it gets back into the community. So I support that. Do I have problem with operating costs and things like that? No. However, I do have a problem if I'm buying pink socks and pink this and pink that, and only 2 cents is getting to.
I think I would have a problem with. I wouldn't have a problem with your operating costs, because you do have to pay the staff. But I would have a problem with if you're the CEO of this nonprofit organization and you get paid $200,000.
Oh yeah, they make money.
I would have a problem with that though, because this is a nonprofit organization. You can lower your little payment, pay your staff, so more could go to the cause.
That's what I'm saying. But then,
and they gotta know, your staff gotta know, like, yeah, you can't work here and make $100,000. You may only work $60,000. So you gotta be the one.
Then
that
how do you hire?
That. But I'm saying
staff if you can't pay them the going rate.
No, So you saying that if I'm not gonna be competent if I'm making $60,000, because some people do it because of the love. Some people don't work for money.
But so then you're saying that if I got the love and I'm really good at I'm a computer analyst or whatever, mm-hmm. and you need this for your nonprofit. I love what I do. I like your charity. I want to work for you. However, everybody out in these streets pay $150 for a computer analyst. Mm-hmm. You're going to give me $60. Why am I? It don't
have to be that big of a difference. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to work here, you got to understand, because we put so much to the cause opposed to our staff, it's up to you. You can say, no, I don't want to work here. Mm-hmm. I don't have to work here. It's your choice.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you be competitive in the market with attracting the best candidates when you're not paying what the going rate for? So that's like if you're hiring...
but the going rate for another nonprofit or going rate for that position, but you got to compare it to another nonprofit now. You can't compare it to a computer analyst at Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Well, but that's the thing, is that I can make that choice to not work for a nonprofit and go to the...
That's what I'm saying. People do it for the love. So now that's your choice.
But why can't I make money and do my...
You are making money. You're just not making...
If I can't make enough.
If it's $150, maybe I pay you $100.
Why? That's $50,000.
Okay, but now it's up to you to make that choice. You don't have to work here.
But that's what I'm saying. So my whole point is that how you're asking people to basically, that's similar to like what volunteers and things. Like there mm-hmm. are some people who volunteer and who do certain jobs because they don't need money. Mm-hmm. And I was actually looking for someone, but whatever. But there are some people who actually, they're like, listen, I'm sad, or I have a trust, or I have this. Mm-hmm. I really don't need the money, so I do this really just out of the love. However, if you're running a business, which a nonprofit is, it's still a business, you cannot attract and be competitive if you're going to pay everybody less than what's out on the open market. You're not going to get the quality, because you know why? Those people who are the best in their field, or even close to the best in their field, why would I come here and take this low pay when I could get more? I wouldn't. You got to get close. I understand what you're saying. Like, it may not be the exact same amount or more, but you gotta get really close to that. It's not. It's
also. It could say that. It's not to say that. Especially if I'm just starting out. It's not to say that that's where your pay will stay. There's room for growth, and you may grow here, and you may get more money here. But we gotta make more money. Mm-hmm. So can't start you off like that. Mm-hmm. So now it's your choice whether or not you come and start off like that, knowing that, especially if you believe in this organization, you believe that we can make more money, mm-hmm. then you're gonna get more money. But I would have to need you to trust me and believe in this mm-hmm. to do it.
I believe.
Yeah, so now then you have to go elsewhere. I just don't think nonprofit organization, the staff should make exactly what the competitors, like what you can make it a private, because this is nonprofit and I need for this money to go to this cause. Like, I just don't.
So then I guess the whole thing is that which I guess my point with that would be is that I don't agree that they shouldn't take the money for operating costs. I don't agree that they shouldn't have that they should be competitive out on the market. Now, when you donate your money, though, you have to make that decision is if you support them enough and believe that they can make the impact that you're looking for with your money and pay their operating costs, or are you going to find someone with a lower operating cost or
do they tell you that?
Well, you could look it up.
Okay, I'm about to say, do they tell you that, like, before you donate, like, well, you're gonna donate if for every $100 we get, only $70 go for operating costs.
And they did. So some of them did research, and that's where the whole thing started coming out. Like, well, that a bulk, some charities is too much that they're saying. Like, it's like, listen, if you're making 100 and only 10 is getting to the thing, then you may not want to donate to that charity. You may say that's.
See, I didn't know they let you know that. It's just like,
well, you could, you could do all of that, but that's what and I guess that's what Charlamagne's position was too. Is do your research. The charities right here, all if not most of the money is not going back out into the community. So, for example, like if I had a charity and we wanted to pass out turkeys, I could hire a bunch of temps and get them to pass out turkeys for the day, or I could say, listen, call all my friends and family. Hey, everybody, I need all hands on deck. We're going to pass out turkeys. So now if somebody donated $5,000 to me.
That whole $5,000 could go
to turkeys.
My friends are doing this as volunteer work.
Exactly. So where do you want to put your money? That's the real question. Is like, do you want to put your money into somebody who's, everybody's going to be getting paid the cost of this, to that, and then these little, you ever get the things in the mail with the stamp with your name on it? And they ask you for a donation.
Well, my school about to send me that. They called me on the phone. Like, just send it in the mail.
I was about to say, but I get them all the time. And I usually put money in the envelope because I feel so bad that they had to print it up. And then my mother told me, she was like, they get people to donate that to them. So you might have a company, a printing company, and you'll donate that. We'll print up 15,000 of these for you. And then you send them out, and then they ask for a donation. So it's like how you say, where you put on an envelope with your name, your address on the top. They'll send you a whole bunch of those, and they say, okay, make a donation to us. And I always give them money because I be feeling so bad. I used to feel so bad, like, oh, they had to spend money to send this to me. And she was like, they get it donated, but I still send them money because. And that's what my sister said. She was like, you're so gullible. She was like, I'm going to send you an envelope and ask you for money. I said, you probably would get the shit because I just be feeling bad. But I don't know. I would like more to go to the community than other people. The pink thing drives me crazy because I see people selling this shit online, on Instagram. They'll have pink t-shirts for sale, pink socks. You like, ain't no part of that going back to no breast cancer. You don't even give a fuck. Everybody pink from head to toe. You like, well, what did you do for breast cancer awareness? Did you donate any money? Did you go volunteer? I know I knit because I'm so cool. That they said, so they give you a pattern to knit and crochet of things, and it looks like a boob. And what they say is that it's more comfortable when the women have the mastectomy, and they get that they like the feel of that, and it feels more natural and comfortable. So they'll give you a pattern, and you could just knit these things up, and they bring them to certain hospitals and donate them to women until they could get reconstructive surgery and everything. So I mean, like, what are you doing if that's or some of these people, they have lost people to breast cancer, and they'll be all over the internet and this and that and fuck cancer, but what are you really doing? If it's a care for you, if you're concerned and it is important to you, then do something. If you don't, then that's fine also. But this fake shit, I can't. I can't.
That's why I don't even go to the
breast cancer walks are like show out.
Exactly. I'm like, y'all just here just cause to take pictures and post it on Instagram to say y'all supporting breast cancer only this time. What about all the other times?
And did you even pay for the fucking walk? That's another thing. They'd be like, we just here.
I don't know. Like, I understand some people there, and they'll be with the person that may that's a survivor or something like that. I can understand those people, but some of y'all are just there. Y'all don't even know nobody with breast cancer, and it's not to say that you have to know somebody. It could be just something that you truly care about.
But if you care, that's my thing. Yeah. If you care, then fucking care.
But don't just go there just to post up and take pics. Donate. And not just during the month of October when it's...
Oh, listen. Hold on. Baby steps. I'll give y'all just that month. Listen, I'll give you... Just pay for the fucking walk. Raise some money for the walk. I know when we used to work together, Lizzie girl Rose, she used to sell cookies around the time for the walk, and she would she would sell cookies and she would sell lollipops or whatever, and to raise money and then to go to the walk, but she would donate the money. Do something like that. Do something. If you care, show that you actually care.
Exactly.
Instead of this fake, fuck that. All right. Who you here for? Because now I'm getting angrier. I'm going to be foaming at the mouth in a moment. All right. Who you here for?
Have you been watching Queen Sugar?
Yeah. Well, I haven't been watching, but I watched the last episode because...
I want to be here for Ralph Angel. I feel so bad for him.
Why? Because his girl was a hoe?
Yeah.
A crackhead?
And because he loved that boy so much. And it's just hurting him.
Well, that's what I was... And then the fat pretty girl was saying, well, it's really not clear that he's not the father.
Yeah, so, it's really not clear, but to know that...
There's a chance
that I won't be the father, like, that's hurting.
I just didn't know what was the point.
Of her telling her. Yeah, her telling, yeah. Because she wanted... I hate people like that, like, oh, I'm talking to my father... And it's just something that they just telling me I need to clear my conscience. And there ain't nothing wrong with your conscience. Keep it moving. You see, he got a good father. He loved this child. The whole family loved this child. Let it go.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Go get high again. Because nobody...
That's what I thought she was going to do. I really thought she was going to
go get high again. Nobody cared.
But yeah, I want to be here. I want to be here for Ralph Angel. I feel bad for him.
Oh. Well, I'm here for EVE. How you doing, EVE?
Because she's on the
So I always loved Eve. I love Eve. And
did you watch the show?
No.
Like, how is she fitting in? Do it work? Like,
I would have to. I guess let me then give it a try.
I never watched the show.
I don't like those shows like The Real, The View. The View. Let me just say, when they have when Barbara Walters come on, it's a little calmer. But I don't like those shows with the 5 or 6 people just sitting around talking and yelling. I ain't got time for that shit.
I actually used to watch The Real when Tamar was up there, and I liked it. When she left, I didn't like it no more because it seemed like she brought more to it than them collectively. Like, because I liked her and Lonnie Love, and I liked the twin girl only because she always had like a different type perspective on things, and it was, you could truly say it was this is my opinion, this is the way I was raised, this is what I've been through, so this is my opinion on it. And it may not agree with nobody else's, but it was her truth. And I like that about her. But the other one, and Lonnie Love just brought the comedy to it because she'll say something stupid or something.
No, but I'm gonna watch an episode then to see how she's fitting in. But I love Eve, so I was so happy to see that she was gonna be on the cast. Who are you not here for?
Nobody I'm not here for.
Well, I'm not here for the 2 sisters in Escape. Dumbass and drag queen. Not here for y'all. Wow. Because one has a dumbass.
That's true.
And the other one makeup look like a drag queen. And then I don't appreciate them still staying on Candy back. Like, be appreciative that she's back helping y'all out, and show her some mother love and respect. Period.
Yeah, I don't agree with the way they coming at Candy, because it's like, she don't have to do this. She don't need y'all. Y'all need her. So y'all need to show that y'all don't have to kiss her butt. Nobody's saying it, and I don't even think she's expecting that. But you can't get mad when she don't want to do something, because guess what? She's not going to stop her life again like she did before, trying to make this group work. She's not going to do that. She had too much going on to stop what she's doing just so y'all could get money. Like, I'm good. Exactly. And Tiny don't need it. Like, Tiny just be sitting up there.
Yeah, she be looking like $1 million. Like, okay, whatever you like.
Yeah, if y'all want to do, I do it. No, it don't bother me either way. Like
it's like when me and you go to a restaurant. Like, you want to go to a restaurant next week? Tony, like, oh, y'all want to go into? I guess. It seemed like it'll be fun.
So y'all need this, and Candy and Tiny don't need this.
Yeah, I think that when you watch the show and them showing up late and things like that.
And she's the first one there. It's like, come on, like, this girl got valuable time. Like, and y'all messing it up. Like, and y'all ain't doing nothing. What y'all late for?
Getting more dumbass shots and waiting for a drag queen to do my makeup. That's all the fuck they doing. But so I'm not here for them. All right, so we're going to get up out of here. Yo, it seems like we be talking so much, and these episodes do not be that long. Really? I thought we were talking a lot today, right?
What is on?
An hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to get up out of here. New episodes available every week on Thursday. On iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram at grown_and_opinionated. I'm on Twitter at JMOabout.
Oh, Levon, to you.
I'm about to say she in her phone, so she forgot. And what's the other thing? I think that's it. Yeah. Episode Aisha told us don't count anymore.
So just
of Grown and Opinionated.
Out.
See y'all next week. Combat Jack, don't forget to holler at us.